today on EA Sports. It's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Cleveland Browns.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Cleveland Browns. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
They'll run on first down. Anthony. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now it's Burrow. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And shutting him off. Now open field. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He finds his man, complete. That's Baker. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup there. On 2nd down now, Anthony. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. The numbers for him from a week ago: 11 carries, 53 yards, and a touchdown.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. A big play there for Cincinnati.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan today, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
How about this Browns defense they've held so far? This is now 3rd and goal. He'll try again. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses that have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2nd and 14. Flushed out right. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And they're able to get this one across the 35. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47, eluding the pressure right. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll look to throw again. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Drops it off for Chubb. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. This is caught. Touchdown. Austin Hooper with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Will Lutz on for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They go play action with Burrow. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Here's Burrow. That's complete out right to the tight end, Trimble. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is brought in at the 21. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. 2nd and 1. Being chased out left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Over the middle, that's caught by Schwartz. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back to throw now on first down. Dancing to his left. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. So, Charles, you talk about this offense, how well they've played. I mean, the defense, too, really. But they're sitting at 10-0 now on the year. 4-0, 5-0, that's nice. But once you start hitting double digits with these wins and no losses, I think the seriousness of the situation, it just has to ramp up.
Yeah, and when you do say 10-0, it can't scare you as a team. Just think about it this way. For most of the year, they've been playing to win their division and get to the playoffs. Now the playoffs are just about a foregone conclusion. So now they have to down-focus their thoughts about getting home field advantage and finishing unbeaten, and they need to make sure they keep it in that order.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. They'll get 4 on second down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else just sit back and dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And that will be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number 1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They'll set up a throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down, and the Bengals will get the football back. Now Burrow on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Burrow looking to pass. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. "51 yards on the punt there. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
The Browns going to go on offense one final time in this first half.
Now he'll throw deep left side.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Greg Newsome. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. We'll start over in Tampa, an NFC South matchup between Atlanta and Tampa Bay. And that one getting close to halftime with the Falcons out in front. 2 touchdown passes there for Dak Prescott. We'll stay in the NFC South as we head over to the Big Easy. Check on the Saints at home at the Superdome. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Carolina Panthers. Sam Darnold has a couple of touchdown passes. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And things didn't work out for them as they fall to the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Marlon Mack, a touchdown run in the victory. Meanwhile, in our game, each team able to manage just 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 is our score. And for the call of the second half, we send it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score.
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Browns offense getting set to go to work here to start the third. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Forced out to his left. And his throw is incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
They go play action here on first down. Buying time to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Burrow. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
Now back to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field.
And last time, decent field position through the pick 6, obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
On 2nd down, Anthony, and he'll be brought down right around the 37.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Burrow will throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Baker. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. And he's got this down to the 35. And they're going to speed things up here. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Bengals are right back in this football game. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. From the 29, Burrow firing quickly here, and that's complete.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. First down. Here's Burrow. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Again, it's Burrow.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Anthony. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
60 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bengals offense returns to the field. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But it's set.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 39. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. That's now 3 turnovers in this second half. Very costly. And earlier in the half, Charles, when I asked you for your keys to the second half, you said, hey, maybe trite, but it's going to be turnovers. That's been the story.
It certainly has, but I didn't expect it to be this much of the story. I mean, when you're getting up to 3, you're really putting your team in jeopardy.
Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. Touchdown, Browns!
Anthony Schwartz
with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year.
And the Browns add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. From the 30 on second down.
Burrow. There's Trimble, the tight end.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Room to run past midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Now Burrow loses the football.
And I think the Browns got it. They did.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Cleveland offense making their way out, and they just continue to roll right. Really, this has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
Now it looks like he'll throw here, escaping the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw here. Flush to his right. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And out of bounds right around the 20. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They're going to look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw, eluding the pressure right. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Back to throw here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bengals will get the football back. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow. That caught by Trimble. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Browns, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.